Alright guys, we knew it was coming and come it did, because we just got the official brand new trailer from Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion, the next MCU Disney Plus series that will be arriving on Disney Plus June 21st. We got a little bit of a wait here, but also just a few months away. What a gap it's been between She-Hulk, our last MCU show, and now Secret Invasion coming out this June. But still, I'm really excited for this one. Before this, we only had the one teaser trailer, which really didn't show off a whole lot, and I gotta be honest, this is a great trailer. Like, this looks like a really good show, really bringing it back to the spy espionage thriller vibes of like Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which is, I think, known by most people as one of the best MCU films. Like, it's a great movie, and this just gives off similar vibes to that. But the thing about it is, it doesn't really, like, as much as it looks like a good show, like, there's nothing in this trailer that really gets me super hyped for it. Like, you know, some of these other trailers that we watch, like, they give, like, first looks at, like, these characters and stuff like that, and, like, I think pretty much everything in this trailer is, like, stuff that we've seen before. Like, as for these characters, like, there was no new big reveals or anything like that. Like, most of this was in the original teaser trailer, and, I don't know. It's just hard to describe because like it's very, very different from Marvel, which I think is definitely a good thing, because clearly what they've been doing lately has not been working out the greatest. But I don't know. It's very dark and colorful, but I like that though. I like they're kind of sticking to that darker vibe and not throwing out a bunch of corny jokes as we've been seeing in the latest MCU project. So it's really interesting to think about. Like the biggest thing I'm thinking about is like I have no idea what I'm gonna do for the thumbnail for this video, because like there's not like any big bright colorful stuff or like, you know, first looks at characters to like stick in there. So it'll probably just be shots of like Nick Fury and like, oh, there's Kingsley Ben-Adir and, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll see. But I mean, it looks like a great show. I just don't really know how much there is going to be to talk about in this trailer breakdown. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and do it anyway. So we open up with a shot of Samuel L. Jackson as Nicholas J. Fury. Nick Fury, his first starring project in the MCU. Super excited about that. And he's being talked to here by Ben Mendelsohn's Talos, who has basically said that, you know, things have changed a lot, that things have gotten a lot worse while you've been gone. Because, of course, Nick Fury, he's been up in space with Sword and the other Skrulls since at least Avengers Endgame, because that was the big reveal in the end credit scene for Spider-Man Far From Home. So we get the aftermath of that now, and we see Kingsley Ben-Adir here is blowing some stuff up. It looks like he's going to be one of the major villains of this series. He, of course, is playing one of the Skrulls, and Nick Fury is like, all right, I'm back. This is why I'm back. It's time to get down to business. So we get this great Marvel Studios logo right there, and we have Olivia Colman's character, who I don't think, it definitely wasn't revealed in this trailer. I don't know if they did a press release or anything that reveals who her character specifically is, but it is said in this trailer that she's like an old friend of Nick Fury. We already knew that. From what I've heard, she's basically the British version of Nick Fury, but definitely looks like she's going to be also having an antagonistic presence in this series as well. And so she's talking to Nick Fury again. This is a shot we saw in the original teaser trailer where Talos is kind of assaulting Kingsley Ben-Adir's character, who is being described as like the leader of this Skrull rebellion group. But I love how you can see in the background every single person transforms and shapeshifts into Kingsley Ben-Adir, because they're all Skrulls. And that's the big thing with this trailer, is it's all about the paranoia, and this show is like, who can you trust? That's the tagline of the series. So just like this shot right here is great, because you can see Talos he's just looking around, especially because Talos, of course, himself is a Skrull as well. So probably Kingsley Ben-Adir's character, he already knows that person. He probably knows him personally. So I'm interested to see that aspect as well. Here we have Nick Fury and Olivia Colman actually visiting Fury's grave, because, I mean, at the end of Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Nick Fury was presumed dead by the whole world. So at this point, it's kind of crazy to think that, like, you know, at the end of that movie, we all knew he was still alive. We've seen him multiple times since then, but to the world, he's still dead. So you can see Colonel Nicholas J. Fury, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. What a great quote right there. And he says basically that this is personal. And of course it's personal, because he he met the Skrulls back in the 90s in the first Captain Marvel movie, and so he's been working with the Skrulls since then, and he's been trying to help them find a home, and that's basically why you have this Skrull rebellion, because, most of them are allies to Nick Fury and Captain Marvel and the Avengers and all these heroes, but suddenly there's this small faction of Skrulls who are like, we're tired of waiting around. We're going to take matters into our own hands and infiltrate these high-ranking positions of power across Earth and basically secretly invade this planet and just take over. So we're getting a nice little team up here between Nick Fury and Talos. We also get to see some of our other allies that are going to be featured here as well, like Kobe Smulders as Maria Hill. We also have Everett K. Ross, of course, from the Black Panther franchise. So he's making a comeback. And this, I think, to me, is personally one of the most interesting shots of the trailer, and at least for like new stuff that we haven't seen before, because you can see it's just a room filled with bodies, and they're all lit up. And this just reminds me of when they did the Secret Invasion storyline on Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Great animated series, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, it's on Disney Plus. I highly recommend watching it. But basically, so when the Skrulls, infiltrate Earth and they shapeshift and they pretend they're these people, like, for example, say that a Skrull is impersonating the president, obviously they kidnap the real president and they just have these people held captive, and it seems like they have these people probably like asleep or like drugged or like hooked up to these machines so that they do not wake up while you have the Skrull out there impersonating them. We have Emilia Clarke's character, who recently was confirmed that this is Talos' daughter. I don't remember how you would pronounce her name, but it's like Gia or Gia or something like that. And she is just staring at the horror of what is going on here. There's another shot of Olivia Colman's character, Nick Fury once again. Another interesting part is somebody says, "Where are the Avengers?" And Nick Fury's response to that is basically that this is a fight I have to fight on my own. Like, we cannot let the Avengers get involved, because again, who can you trust? Like, say he calls Captain Marvel for help, or one of the other Avengers. For all he knows, one of them could be Skrulls, and he could literally be giving information to the wrong person. So the only person he is trusting is himself, because, literally, as Nick Fury iconically said, I believe in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. And as we saw in Captain Marvel, that person he trusted was Goose the Flurkin, that little cat, that adorable cat that scratched out his eye. Here's another great shot of some more Skrulls and all that. Nick Fury is actually talking to Don Cheadle's James Rhodey Rhodes. Said this is one Avenger cameo that we do know is going to be featured in the series. We don't know what type of, like, how big of a role he's going to be having in the show, but I'm definitely really excited to see him. Emmy-nominated Don Cheadle for his appearance in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so making a comeback in Secret Invasion. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up being a Skrull, just because, like, if you're going to have, you got to have at least one Avenger be revealed as a Skrull, and, like, so far, this is the only Avenger we know about being in this series. So that's going to be exciting to see. Emilia Clarke's character is, of course, going to be teaming up with Nick Fury, and she says something about you don't want to know what they have planned for you. So clearly, these Skrulls have a specific vendetta against Nick Fury. You see the U.S. Department of Damage Control. Damage Control, of course, kind of came into play first in Spider-Man Homecoming. Then we saw a little bit in Spider-Man No Way Home, especially in Ms. Marvel as well. So we see that they're going to be still playing a big role going forward. Olivia Colman's character, she's walking in with like a syringe or some kind of knife or something. That's not great to see. Kingsley Ben-Adir's character again, Nick Fury. We saw that shot before. This is our only shot of a Skrull in the whole trailer. It's kind of crazy that we have a trailer for a Secret Invasion show, and you only have one shot in the whole trailer of an actual Skrull. It looks cool, though. We did also see that in the previous trailer. I do love this shot as well, as Ben Mendelsohn's character of Talos is transforming into a Skrull. But did they kind of, like, just spoil his death, though? Because as you can see, like, his left shoulder, there's like a wound. Has he been shot? Has he been knifed? Has he been stabbed? And especially because, that's what happens when a Skrull dies. It's like, if a Skrull is disguised as a human, when they are killed, they transform and they revert back to their Skrull form. That was how a lot of the reveals took place in the Secret Invasion comic book storyline, is that one of these heroes would get killed, like Spider-Woman or Hank Pym, they would get killed, and then, oh my god, oh wait, no, it was Elektra. Or maybe, I think Spider-Woman too, but I just remember specifically seeing Elektra. There was like a comic book panel where like Elektra got killed, and then all of a sudden her skin turned green, began to morph. You got the pointy ears and everything. Boom, she's a Skrull. So did Ben Mendelsohn's character just get killed and like they just spoiled that in the trailer? I don't know. We'll see. But probably the best part of the trailer and the most intriguing part of the trailer, which we actually already saw a couple days ago when they were putting out the like 15-second spot of like, oh, trailer coming tomorrow. We saw this shot of Kingsley Ben-Adir's character using these like stretchy superpowers. So it's been confirmed that some of these Skrulls will have superpowers and some will not. So are we having super Skrulls here? I mean, especially considering that this Skrull specifically has stretchy powers. Of course, the Super Skrull from the comics is, he adapts the powers of the Fantastic Four. So this is kind of reminiscent of Reed Richards', stretching abilities. But we don't have the Fantastic Four in the MCU yet, so I doubt that's kind of a thing. It's probably just going to be a generic superpower like that. I don't really know the extent of it, but there will probably be many Super Skrulls, and they'll probably be described as like either genetically modified Skrulls, or maybe some of them are born like that. I don't really know, but I'm definitely really interested to see how that ends up turning out. And then we have this great ending shot of the trailer of Nick Fury just walking out, getting all serious, popping the call, and then he says, "One last fight." So could this be the end of Nick Fury? Will he die in this series? Maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't be surprised, but I also kind of wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. So we will see. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the official trailer for the Marvel Studios Secret Invasion Disney Plus series. Again, original series streaming only on Disney Plus June 21st. I'm really excited for this one. Again, it looks very different, kind of going back to the Winter Soldier vibes once again. Hopefully this series will stay darker and not throw in a bunch of random jokes that half the time aren't even funny. We'll see, but I'm really excited for this. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this trailer? Are you excited for Secret Invasion? And thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.